Whipping excursion. I gotta pick up that person. In the trap, dripping that working. You know a gangster.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are doing alright today. Today's just a quick video today. We're just going to be talking about how beginners, skinny guys or ectomorphs can put on some weight and gain some muscle size. Because I remember when I first started as a beginner, really gaining weight was a real big problem for me. And I've got a few tips which helped me to get from this to that. And don't get it wrong, my physique is not the greatest out there. I'm still learning, I'm still trying to improve, but you can see there's a major difference between that and that. So I'm going to share with you guys the tips which I found useful and which I think if you apply will definitely help you gain weight and make those progress you need to make in the gym. So stay tuned. Tip number 1, to gaining weight and putting on muscle size. I know you probably heard this tip thousands of times, but you need to eat. If you're not gaining weight, you're not eating enough. If you're not gaining weight, if you're not getting strong in the gym, it's that simple. You're not eating enough. You need to eat at least 5 meals a day. Try and get them in. Try and eat at least 2 to 3 hours a day. If you can't eat 2 to 3 hours a day, just make sure you get your meals in as soon as possible, or before you go to bed, make sure you're eating those meals, because you will be missing out on potential gains. So eat your food is very important. If the scale isn't moving up, that's a clear indication. Sometimes we think we're eating enough. I know I essentially, when I started, I was eating enough food. I'll be like, oh, but I'm full though, I'm surely eating enough, blah blah blah, but then I wasn't really gaining weight. And then one day I decided to actually sort of track the calories, and I saw that I wasn't actually eating enough. And you need to remember also, as a beginner, because your body is growing so quick, your calories which you need to gain weight are going to be pretty high. As you know, as skinny guys, ectomorphs, beginners, whoever you are, usually that's how it is. So you need to be eating enough of an excess for you to actually gain weight. So if you're not gaining weight, you're not eating enough. Try and eat, like I said, 2 to 3 hours. And also, don't skip your breakfast. So important. If you can, try and have breakfast. You need to set the day right. So yeah, don't forget, eat more. That's key. Tip number 3 is to do with macros. You want to try and make sure you're hitting the most important thing, at least hitting your daily protein target. As a general rule of thumb, some people argue what it is or what is not. Usually around 0.8 grams to 1 gram of protein per body weight is usually, per pounds of body weight is usually a good guide for you. A good guide for you to know how much protein you need to consume in a day. And there's loads of online calculators. I have a macro video as well. You can check that out, how to calculate your protein that you need for the day. But make sure you don't go overboard on protein as well. You get some articles saying, oh, eat like 300 plus grams of protein. Protein is so key. Protein is over exaggerated. Do not forget that. Don't waste your money buying all these mass gainers and all these protein excessive protein powders. There's nothing wrong with that. Take protein powders, but just make sure you're not overdoing it with the protein. Like, don't go over the limit that you really don't need to, because otherwise that's just excess. You're just wasting your money. You can spend your money on other things. I'm pretty sure you've got other things which you can spend your money on, so don't overdo it on protein. The 4th tip, which I think is also very important, which I started doing sort of halfway through my training before I sort of took it a bit more seriously, is track your progress. MyFitnessPal, not only tracking your progress in the gym, but also in the kitchen, your nutrition. Track your nutrition through MyFitnessPal, what you're eating daily. This is a good way for you to know if you're overdoing it in terms of what you're eating, in terms of your calories, if it's too excessive, or if you're not doing it enough. And if that usually correlates with whether the scale is moving up and down, and usually with if you're hitting your target on your macros on MyFitnessPal. So it's a good way for you to track it. It's very easy. You literally get your phone, you scan the barcode, you enter how much you ate of a specific food item. Literally simple as that. And you can even set goals for yourself as well. You can even set the ratio of protein, fats and carbs. So yeah, take a look at MyFitnessPal. Very important tool. As well as that, get yourself a notebook for the gym. It's key. Get yourself a notebook. Write down the workouts you're doing. You want to have a plan. If you fail to plan, you're not really going to make much progress. Like, know what exercise you're doing on a certain day. Know if, okay, I'm going to train back, biceps on Tuesday, chest on Monday, etc. Have a note of what you worked at. Write how many sets, how many reps. That way you know how you need to progress. You know this is my weak point. I need to start pushing myself on a certain exercise. I need to start pushing myself on a certain muscle group. This is key. So track your progress. Very important. And the last tip is getting enough sleep. A lot of people overlook this, and there's been a lot of scientific research done with the lack of sleep and terms of muscle growth or progress in the gym. It's actually very key. Sleep is important. Try and get at least 6 hours of sleep. Ideally, you want 8 to 9 hours for optimal muscle growth. But if you can't get that, try and get at least 6 hours. Anything less is really pushing your progress in the gym. Don't deprive yourself of the hard work you've put in the kitchen and in the gym by you not sleeping, because your body, don't forget, makes that muscle while it's sleeping. It recovers, it gets rid of toxins, and does all its natural stuff. So you need to make sure you get enough sleep, giving your body adequate time to rest and recover, which is so important. So don't forget, get enough sleep. So to round up, sleep, you need to get that. Eat more. Even if you think you're eating a lot, eat more. Track your calories, track your calories, your nutrition, track your gym progress, which is very, very key. And don't overdo it on protein. Do not overdo it on protein. So these are a few tips which I've sort of applied to myself and I found useful. I hope you may find them useful. I know if you apply these tips, you definitely find it useful and you definitely get the progress which you need to, because these are definitely the building blocks for you to gaining weight and packing on some real muscle size. So if you apply them, I guarantee you will get real good progress in the gym. So thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys soon. Peace.
Whipping excursion. I gotta pick up that person in the trap, giving that working. You're not a gangster, you're just an internet